Despite being separated by just 270 miles, Tampa and Miami have only faced off 11 times. The Bucs seek win number 6 in their last.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led onto the field by their big mobile quarterback. He can throw it, he can run it, Colin Kaepernick.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something that's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here's Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game with a victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. To throw, Kaepernick. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Mixon with a first down carry. And shutting him off, now open field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 5 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Mixon. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Kaepernick going to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. they can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Let's go. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Steps away to his left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. Solid, no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's got room. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. A guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, this is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the 40 now on second down. Allen. And complete to Zach Ertz. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's a give to Etienne, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Allen going to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but it's still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, a give to Mixon. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Allen. And this is incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Allen now looks to throw. And this one is incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Whoa! It still won't go down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Bryan Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Colin Kaepernick in the offense heading back out onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. On 2nd and 7, Allen. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A give running right, Etienne. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Kaepernick now on first down. It's complete to Cook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go! Let's go!
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Kaepernick to Mixon on the check down. They call it a loss of a yard there, and that'll make it third and goal. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of spaces.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Davante Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a second down and 6. Allen. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Another try after the first down sack. Allen going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
On the return, Tremont Smith.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Mike Williams, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Traquan Smith, a touchdown reception. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
That catch good for only a couple.
8 yards to go on second down.
To the air, Allen. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flex step position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
ETN with it.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Allen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They'll throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And brought in by the tight end Cook. A gain of 6 there on first. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Colin Kaepernick. His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down and 5. Here's Etienne. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Out comes Davante Adams and the offense for their next drive. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score over garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays. And I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. To throw, Kaepernick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Kaepernick. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
with the option. Here's Etienne.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And a nice run there. Going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 17. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And they'll run here with Etienne.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now the Miami field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
We call that sack.
Javon Kinlaw coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Back now in Tampa. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen, that's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flushed out right.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen finding Ertz again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Here's Smith to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now a play fake, Kaepernick. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Kaepernick now on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. 7 yards to pick up there. To throw is Kaepernick. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Kaepernick. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Again, it's Kaepernick. And this is Cook with the ground. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game.
The kick by McManus is good.
And that will bump the lead up to 11.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
On 1st down, Allen.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, got to have this one. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Man open is Robinson. Touchdown. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And McManus able to put it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Allen to throw once more. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop below 500 to 2.